Let's play Sailor Moon Drops, and I had a request to see some of my characters, so I figured I'd do a bit of an overview, because I'm not going to show all their special moves till they're at level 5. So, when you log in, you're going to get your daily events and whatever's going on in the game, and then it will take you to the last screen you were at in terms of the story arcs. So this is the Dark Kingdom story arc, and you can see it goes on quite a ways because it's the biggest one. And we currently have an event going on, so you can see that lit up. But one of the most important things to do if you're going to play this game and have friends is to go into your mail and then go over to the send tab and send your hearts to everyone. This gives them all a free heart, and in return you hope that they send you a free heart. So you can see my mail inbox here. I've got hearts and I've got events. So I can actually hit the other tab and just pick up my event items. And then I can just see all my hearts. So they only last for 3 days now, but the items you get that are hearts will last for 14. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of hearts right now, so there's not a lot of people playing for some reason. I might be cleaning out my friend list. And then the confirm tab always has your new friend requests and the ribbon clear requests from your friends. So if we go to the menu, you're going to see all your controls here. You can change the story arcs, you can get your trophy points and exchange them, you can look at your collection of characters and stories, you can see if you have any level ups pending, and you can see I have one because it's all bright here. You can see where you rank compared to your friends, and you can see the data about your game. The notifications will just bring up the daily login screen again. And you can change a few things in the settings. So if you look at my page, this is where you can change your name, and you can see your friend code here if you want to give any of your actual friends your code. And you can search for your friends on Facebook here, and you can look at your friend list, along with your data, which will tell you how long you've played. So you can see on your friend list the people who've played currently today, which you hope have sent you a heart already. Then you've got the people that played probably last night, to the people who aren't playing as often and are in risk of being removed from my friend list. Especially when there's an event going on, I do use all my free hearts. So when you look at your data, you can see your total high scores, your number of stars, your combos, all that little fancy stuff, along with how long you've been playing. And you can see I'm kind of obsessed. I play 590 hours here. So that's my data tab. If you want to look where you rank, the stars are kind of hard to compete with because the two of us up top here, Eli Chang and me, have been playing since the start. So every time there's an event out, the stars refresh that you can get from it. So you would had to have been playing from the beginning to even compete with us. And that's why you can see there's quite a gap in the star numbers between us and the lower groups. So if you look at the stages, this is just going to be based on the current story arc you're in. So you can see there's a lot of people that have finished this story arc because it's been out so long. There's no particular order as to where it shows you. And then there's the trophy one. This shows you how many trophy points the people have collected. So you can see from this that Eli and I both play quite a bit, but Jess plays a decent amount too. This is where you can actually compete with your friends. So, if I look at the trophy points, you can see I have a few more to receive, so I can hit receive all. And then I can exchange them for prizes if I want. Now, they do refresh these once in a while, but it usually takes a month or two. And the only one that's really worth it is the growth crystal. The level up you can only buy here. You can't even spend real money to get them. And from the story arcs, You can see there's currently 3 out in the US, and I do have all the characters. It will show you the characters you can get in the level. Before you get them, they are kind of grayed out. And you can see there's spaces for the Super S and Stars story arcs, so I expect to see those eventually. And on to the collection. So you can see your key items, like it will tell you how many level up pieces you have, how many keys, the basics. The episodes are just the little in-story game stuff. And you can see all the wallpapers. So these are all pretty much from the in-game playing, with the exception of the Merry Christmas one. That was during the event they gave that to you. And the blank ones are the ones we don't have in the US yet. They just sort of added them in. And now for the characters. So these are the characters as of March of 2017 that they've given us. So I have all the 5 from the first story arc, then we get into the schoolgirls, Princess Serenity, then some of the strange day clothes and Sailor V. Then there's the characters start popping up from the second story arc, and the Christmas girls, and Pluto's again the second story arc. And Neo Queen Serenity was the last event we just had this month. Sailor Neptune, then we've got the 2 school uniform versions that are from the story arc. Racer Haruka, again Sailor Moon from the story arc, then Super Sailor Moon, Luna, and the 2 Halloween girls. And we currently have the event for Miko Mars. So, something's not working. We're about 14 characters behind the Japanese version, so there are quite a few characters we don't have yet. But if we go into the event, it will always tell you when it's running from, and you can select it to get into it. It is possible that we can have 2 events running at one time, which is why we have this screen. They haven't done it in the US yet, but I've seen it in the Japanese release. So you can see this is one of the collect the stars as you go along ones, and I actually have to go back and get more just to continue on to try and get Mars. But the goal is usually at 70 or 75 for this type of stage. The other type of the events is just 5 sections of 9 that you just keep moving on from. It doesn't force you to get the stars like this one. So that's a basic overview of Sailor Moon Drops.